heck did you authorize this?
Iris Bounty, of course.
In a galaxy far, far away. Well, actually, it's right here in the metaverse.
Wait, where's my crew? Why am I making all the decisions alone?
Meet Captain Jenkins. He used to think running a galactic empire solo was cool. He was wrong.
This is exhausting!
But there's a better way. Introducing the Star Atlas DAO, where democracy meets the final frontier.
I propose we increase mining rewards.
I second this motion.
All in favor of not letting Jenkins make decisions alone anymore?
Now I can focus on what I do best, looking cool in my captain's chair.
With Star Atlas DAO, you have the power.
I just voted on fleet composition. I feel so democratic.
I help decide resource allocation. My polis tokens actually matter.
But wait, there's more! State your polis now and receive voting rights on major decisions, a voice in the galactic economy, the warm, fuzzy feeling of decentralization, bragging rights at space cantinas.
What'll it be? I'll take a Cosmic Cosmo. And did I mention I'm part of the Star Atlas DAO governance?
Don't just take our word for it. Here's what DAO members are saying.
I've invested in 17 different galaxies, and I can honestly say this is the most engaging governance system I've encountered.
I went from space dictator to space democrat, and my crew actually likes me now!
Stake your polis, join the discussions, vote on proposals, be the change you want to see. The future of Star Atlas is in your hands. Will you be a passive observer or an active participant in the greatest democratic experiment in gaming history, the metaverse, where every voice matters, every vote counts, and every polis token is a step toward true decentralization. Plus, it's way more fun than being a space dictator.
Trust me, I'm a council member.
Star Atlas DAO Democracy in Space. Side effects may include increased civic engagement, compulsive proposal reading, and overwhelming desire to discuss governance at social gatherings. Consult your local space lawyer before staking. Past galactic performance does not guarantee future universal domination.
Welcome everyone. Super Phoenix Sports. Today is April 26th, the last Sunday in the month. And today we're excited to bring you Punch King, a melee only tournament event that we have dubbed Punch King because it sounds really cool. With me casting today will be Nord. And hey Nord. What's
Hey
up?
Lander. Yeah, no, this is good. It's I think it's definitely a first for me, but I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yep. So Nord, this is his first time casting. It's only my third time casting. So we just decided, we're gonna do it live and figure this out together because if you ever go to our X Spaces on Friday, you'll hear us talk about all sorts of stuff. This is the same thing, except we're just watching someone shoot someone else or punch someone else in this case, and just talking about that too. So I think we'll do just fine. And yeah, Nopeta and Morango are taking a well-deserved break while they prepare for Wednesday. This coming Wednesday will be a Star Racer event that will finish out the month as part of our April Open League tournament event. And next month we have a pretty cool lineup coming up. I don't know, Nord, what are you most excited about?
Well, let's see. I think today should be a fun one. Like I said, I paid attention last time we did a melee only kind of punch event, so this should be a lot of fun. But on the horizon, I think May's going to be pretty exciting. We've got stuff scheduled out every single weekend, pretty much all the way through the end of the month, and then looking toward kind of our big marquee event at the end of that. So yeah, should be good.
That's right. Our big marquee event, if you haven't heard, will be called the Triad Tournament. Cool sounding name. It is supposed to be Starfighter, Star Racer, and Star Shooter Clash of Titans style. So big all-day tournament event. We're still working out the kinks as to whether or not Starfighter will be prepared. That's siege mode, which you are in a starship shooting other starships and a conquest ABC capture type event. If not, it'll be Star Shooter, Star Racer, and a unique surprise event to make it try tournament worthy. So that we're pretty excited to bring you that. It's a lot of preparation, a lot of planning, and if you are part of the DAO, please go vote, make your voice heard. That's where our PIP Polis improvement proposal is being published, and we would appreciate your vote if you agree that we should ignite the Triad tournament on last Sunday is May 31st.
That's the plan.
And with that, what do we have going on today? Punch King. I'm not even sure who came up with that name. I think it was me. It might have been someone else. But good outsized branding event there. Punch King, as you might imagine, is melee only. We have a lot of returning guests. A lot of people who we know are just straight up killers in the actual shooter mechanic, the gun mode. We have Crash, Selavi Rome, Z, Dakota, Draco, Terran, Critical Mind, Jimmy Am. Match 3 will be Agent Solace, Daenerys, Kovo, Grana, King Buddha. And then, so it's 3 matches. The 4th final, which is our championship match, that will be the top 2 from each of the 3. And we will have our declared winner. What does our prize pool look like for today, Nord?
Yeah, so prize pool, when we get into that last one, we're basically going to do top 3, right? So effectively $150 cash value. It'll be $75 for first, $50 for second, and $25 for third. Yeah, we'll kind of see how that last one goes, but it should be exciting. Yeah, a lot of good names that we've seen before in shooter. So yeah, I think it'll be a lot of fun. Obviously, it's a different dynamic with the melee only, but yeah, this will be good.
Right on. Yeah, some of these names that we've known for quite some time, like Crash, who used to be a Super Phoenix Sports teammate, so I'm unconsciously rooting for him, but also Dakota, Critical Mind, Jimmy, Solace, representing Vanguard, King Buddha, who is our Star Racer Clash of Titans winner from December. Yep. King Buddha is usually up in the top third of the kill board.
Mm-hmm.
And
knows the arena well.
Where's Daenerys? I know I saw her. Match 3 is Daenerys. So keep a lookout for these folks who you typically see at the top. This match run, the match we're about to start now, is Crash, Selavi Rome, Dakota, and Z. And the top 2 from this match will proceed onward. I don't know much about Selavi Rome. Do you know
I don't. Nope, that's a new name for me. I think everyone else on the screen I've definitely seen kind of play before, either in shooter or racer. But yeah, C'est la Vie la Rome is going to be a new entrant, I think, today, which is great. And obviously, Rome as a guild has supported us a ton. We've had a number of players, come through the folks over at Rome. So that's always great to see them anyway.
Yeah, so when we say roam, everyone, what we're talking about is a DAC. A DAC is a decentralized autonomous corporation. There are Star Atlas's version of guilds. So when we say roam is one such DAC, one of the largest for the alien race, called the Oni, and you also have the Ooster, which are like the big cyborg androids, and then you also have the Mud, which are the human lions. Later on, when you see Vanguard pop up under Ancient Solace, they are the humans. So our match has started.
All right.
And this is, again, punch only. So only melee. If we see someone shooting, won't even wait for ref. We'll just call it out and violate. Give him a penalty or something. So this right here is known as the center of the map. This is where a lot of the punching takes place. So we're seeing folks just kind of boosting, which I'm not surprised to see that. Although you see a lot of boosting in order to avoid things like AoE damage, grenades.
Yep.
But boosting helps with punching somewhat. I don't know, Nord, have you been in many punching tournaments?
No, punching is new to me, but I can see how melee is a totally different animal because you got to get everybody's face, versus the at a distance, which is the typical kind of shooter mentality. I would say you're probably a little more familiar with the actual environment here. I don't know if there's real good spots to be, other than, like I said, you kind of just have to get out there and chase people down.
In punch mode, there's probably not a lot of strategy you need. You just need to go punch somebody. But in the normal game mode, oh my gosh, look at this. Dakota is at 4. Rose is 2. Crash is 3. So the matchup here changes often. Dakota's winning currently right now. Crash right behind him. D Rose, then Z, Skull Crusher. Skull Crusher is one of ours, so never mind. But Dakota's winning, now tied for first with Crash. So if you were in gun mode, I keep doing that for some reason. Hold on. Oh, there we go. An F button. So if you're in gun mode, here's what the map looks like. You've got this big thing in the center. Right. So if we go down that middle, that's where we'll end up in the bottom floor. You have one side, 2 sides, 3 sides. So it's kind of like a triangle. And you'll spawn anywhere. So a lot of snipers like to be right there. If you were in gun mode, you try to boost up here to get some cool weapons and stuff. But if you go down here through the top, this is where the sniper rifle is. And right below it is where everyone should be punching each other.
Yep. It seems to be the case. Yeah, there's just
like
you said, not a lot of good places to hide or hang out. You just got to get into it here.
Yep. You just got to get in people's faces. Dakota's in first place, tied with Crash.
Yep. Oh, it's back and forth. Yeah, Crash.
8.
You're right. Yeah, they can close the gap pretty quick here.
So 2 minutes left. Now we're spectating Z, who is bringing up the rear. Now, I play quite a bit of punch mode. I enjoy punching. It's one of my favorite things to do. In fact, it's one of the only ways that I can equal my skill anywhere close to what Brujo or Stick
That's a good point.
or kill that guy. Like, they just murder me in gun mode. So what do I have left to do? What I can do is I can get in their face and I can punch them to death. That's what I can do. So Dakota, second place with 7 kills. Crash pulling ahead with 11.
Yep.
You can see people just dropping left and right. Crash got another kill. Crash got a 3rd kill. Oh my gosh, Crash is on a streak.
Where's
is. Crash?
He's on a roll.
Let's take a look. Dakota, Crash. So Crash using boost to try and get to the middle as fast as he can. That is a very smart move.
Makes sense.
But then got killed. So as you can notice, everyone, the punching mechanics are still sometimes roll the dice, but you're starting to get the hang of it. You've got to be just far enough away to where you can punch them. If you get in someone's face, literally right up in their face, the punching mechanic doesn't work quite as well. So see how Crash was kind of like moving to the right, he's sliding to the right, and he punched, wasn't quite in someone's face, but they died anyways. That's because when you punch, there's like a delay register, I guess. We're still trying to work it out exactly.
Gotcha.
You got to time it just right when you think the punch is going to hit. Server side, or I'm sure I'm butchering that for all my technical folks. Sorry about that. But just straight up death, melee, and blood and guts everywhere. Right there in the middle. Crash at 16. Only 13 seconds left to go.
Oh yeah,
I
he's
don't know.
crushing it. So you're
I
absolutely right.
think
I'm sure as soon as as soon as you respawn, you just want to fly to the middle as quick as you can. I
just
mean,
get it
literally, we're
there.
talking shots on goal here, right? Is really the
That's right.
point. So,
That's right.
yep,
For all my football, soccer fans, just shots on goal. You miss
yep.
100% of the shots you don't take.
There you go.
And there it is. So our top 2 winners, Crash with 17
with
kills,
10? Oh,
Dakota
17
with
kills.
9.
Not bad, not bad.
Yep. So Salavi, thank you very much. And Z, thank you both for participating and punching. Dakota and Crash will proceed to the championship match, having secured that top 2. So, we showed you all the map for a little while, just to kind of help everyone understand what it is we're dealing with. And in this game mode, it's not quite as important that you get like the right position and sniper and all of that. Let's get the camera back on to me, if possible. So here, I'm gonna be just rolling around a little bit.
Yep, throw your feet in there, so we can kind of.
We're working on it. We're working on it. Technical difficulties. If y'all could see me, I'm sitting here in the middle, waiting on the next round to start. This right here is where all the fighting is taking place. Right here in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're in gun mode, use of boosters is exactly where you need to do. It's the most optimal. What is left? Here you'll have your shield uptake here when you get hit. So when in melee mode, it's pretty important to watch your health. You got to time your hits right. But if you do take an early hit, you can easily go and grab these. The one that I just picked up over here. You can easily grab yourself a shield pickup like this. So you get hit, you retreat, go take up a shield pickup, and then get right back in the fight because your shield will have respawned. These right here, these little, this is probably the minigun looks like. These will not be active during gun mode, so you can't use them. What I don't see is where the health pickup is. There it is.
Oh, there you go.
This red right here is your health pickup. If you find yourself about to die, you don't want to register a death to the likes of Crash to give him a first top match, then you want to go back here and pick this up.
Right, so location is not really as important in this one, but obviously knowing where your pickups are, that's going to be a huge component if you can strategically weave that in as you're furiously punching.
That's right, furiously punching. That's the name of the game. I think shots on goal matter more than anything. So I'm going to go ahead and join match number 2.
The way Crash was able to really rack up those kills, right, is just the fact that he instantly was getting out there as quickly as possible during every respawn and just getting after it. Yep.
So I'm going to join match number 2 here.
All right.
Make sure that I don't dox the match code. Yep, there we go. See, our folks are already on it. They know.
Lessons learned, right?
Lessons learned indeed. Last time, folks, we did this, and we're ready to go. Go ahead and start the match. So last time we did this, we accidentally doxed the private match link. And what happened is some smart individual figured out how to copy paste that code, and then they joined the match when they weren't supposed to. Yeah. And we had a series of those breaches caused a series of restarts. So our ref determined that fair play had been violated, and there's all no other recourse than to restart the match. Sometimes it must be done to ensure that, especially when you have prize pools or brackets.
True. People are, they're still trying to be, truly competitive, and it gets tricky, right? When we have a new entrant that's not supposed to be there, right? So.
Right. That's right. We need to be fair. We need fair play to happen. This next match will again be on Gateway, which is the one we just saw. Different than Paizo's Arena. Remember, Paizo was a big statue in the middle, and it was very symmetrical. Whereas this, I guess, is symmetrical because it's a triangle. I didn't realize that before.
Oh, I suppose so. Yeah. It's still equal stations, right?
Yeah, It felt really uneven, I guess, because I was always spawning on one side. But then again, when you kind of take a look at it in the way that we did in the beginning there, you saw it was very triangular. So no matter which of the 3 points you spawn in, there's still that middle center point.
Yeah, which I'm sure for some reason, when they went back to the old Siege game modes, or Surge game modes, right? You'd have all 3 factions, and they're kind of their corner spawn points. So I'm sure some of these are kind of designed with that in mind.
Yeah, it makes sense. So we're going to take a quick look at here while we start. A 5-minute countdown has started, and let's get into it. Terran. Oh, you know what I didn't announce? So our players today: Draco, Hackmer, Terran, Jimmy, Critical Mind. Got to be watchful for Hackmer. He's one of the people that kills me all the time. The skill.
Yes.
The skill
Hackmer is a
enormous.
pro, and I know because I've had to deliver a lot of prize packages his way. So.
Yep, you see him on the kill board, and you see him receiving the prize packages.
I do.
Man, this is just nothing but straight bloodbath going on.
Yeah, they're getting into it. Yeah.
So Critical doing the smartest thing, which was jetpack right to the beginning there. 2 Onis fighting. You can tell because they look like Twilights from Star Trek. I don't know who user 2. Oh, you know what? That's Hackmer. Hackmer is user 2 EA.
Okay. So he's in for 5
EM
already.
Is Jimmy.
Yep. Okay.
Jimmy M. Critical. Switch over to Draco. Draco and tied for first with Hackmer. Critical just 2 punches behind that. Jimmy bringing up the rear at 1. You see this dance they're doing right now? Kind of going back and forth. Punch in the air. Punching each other.
You said just
shots
trying to
on
get
goal,
those...
guys. Shots on goal. That's all you need.
They're trying to get those glancing blows to preserve their shield, right? But you're right. It looks like choreography, right? That
Jimmy,
they're working on.
Jimmy got that second kill. I'm pulling for you, Jimmy. I need you to get up there. Get up that leaderboard. Displace Hackmer, who's got 7 kills right now. Draco trying to catch up. I can't tell which one's Hackmer.
Maybe that's your move, right? When 2 of them are kind of dancing, then you just sucker punch whoever you can. You come in as the third.
I know a number of them use a strategy like that where they kind of wait for the shields to go down, then go in and just mop up everybody.
Sure. Oh, that's interesting. Right. Let folks take a
I can't remember. That's a famous strategy of one of the killers. They talk about it all the time where they just kind of wait for the fighting to commence, then just kind of like throw a grenade and click heads, and it's all over.
Yep. Just get in there and clean up.
Hackmer at 9 kills, Draco at 7. So many people are dying, but looks like on the high end. So Critical and Miam getting a lot of kills in of Draco and Hackmer. They're closing the gap because Critical is now tied for second with Draco.
Yep. All right, so they're getting a little more comfortable, right? Yep, getting a rhythm down.
Hackmer just dropped 2. That was the perfect example of what we're talking about. Just
kind of wait for them
to kind of beat each other's shields down, then walk in and 1-2 punch good. And they go down. Oh, Hackmer. Oh, gosh. All right, so we're going to switch lens here. Who is Red Helmet? Is that Terran? That is Terran.
Oh, okay.
Red Helmet is Terran. Then we have...
they
died too fast. Punch each other to death. Nice.
Yeah, that was a double KO there.
If I'm going to die, I'm going to take you with me, said Draco.
Right.
Critical is standard Oni.
Oh, man, everybody's in the middle of it here.
That's right. That's the way to do it. I'm just going to back out a little bit here. Oh, look at Green. Run him down.
Oh, this is
trying
solid.
To run somebody down. Get him, Green.
Down a little bit.
Get him. Slide. Look at that boost slide. Chase him down. Look at this. This is like a police chase.
It is.
You lost him. No, you didn't.
They're taking it to the second level, right? All right.
The abandoned ship. Oh, it looks like they're fighting. And this 3. Oh, man, look at this battle. Look at that. So Miam is green and look like Critical takes the gold on that. Nice job, Critical. Well played. Looking back at the center. Oh, that was like a Super Saiyan punch by both of them. Come on, they're dancing. Okay, then
straight in there.
Yep. Red face, red helmet, then green alien. just sitting there, just taking punches left and right.
I will say I'm digging the
this is-
custom skins now that people are able to pull in here. That
That's
helps
right.
a
We're
lot.
able to figure it out. We're able to figure out who's who. I'm just gonna call them green, red helmet,
There you go.
standard Onis,
Yep. Got those tentacles flapping around.
and man, I didn't even notice
Wow. That was quick.
that was quick. I was having so much fun watching them. I didn't even notice it was going down. So we got Hackmer at 16 kills, Critical at 11, Draco at 11. So I wonder how the refs going to deal with that one.
We'll have to look at their what was it? I think Critical had less deaths, right? So technically,
Yeah, it looks like Critical has 7 deaths.
Yep.
Whereas Draco had 10.
Oof,
so I don't
that's
know what the
close.
rules are in terms of that. Crimson, our game planner, will have to consult the rules on that. Do we only have 2? Do we have 2 plus 1 because they were tied for 11 kills?
Yeah.
Whatever that was a great beat down.
It was. There were a couple of good interactions on that one.
So surprise? Are we surprised that Hackmer took it? No, but I was rooting. I was rooting for Critical, Draco, Jimmy. I was rooting for him. And Terran, our red helmet person. And we'll just kind of scenery.
Yep. So we've got the match board up here, right? So Hackmer takes that one for sure.
Is that Hackmer? It
Yep.
is.
Yep. Match 2.
All right, Hackmer. I don't know if you're watching the stream, but let's fight. Oh, he killed himself with a grenade. You can definitely do that. I think it's E. Yeah. So you throw the grenade with the E button. But if anyone's here watching the stream, just come in while we're waiting for our third match to get ready. Looks like actually it might be ready. Come here, fight me. Fight me. If you're here, I want to see you in the middle so I can show everyone. So see how I'm kind of punching like this? There's a delay between when I click the punch button and it actually renders the punch. So you have to time it.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I don't see anybody coming. So I'm going to go ahead and stop. I'm going to go join the last match. And we will start... not our last match, excuse me. Our third match. We'll start here momentarily. And we're going to want to switch over.
Do we want to, let's see, talk about who's jumping in for the third match? What the lineup is here?
We sure do. Can you pull that open? Will I join?
Yep. It sounds like we've got...
So third match, third side.
Match 3. We're going to have Agent Solace, Grana from Aphia, Kovo, Denarius, and King Buddha.
Oh, this is gonna be interesting.
We've got some good names on there. I think Grana is more the racing side, and I know King Buddha has definitely done both. Denarius, I think we've definitely had in shooters before, and I know
she's been in almost every single match, every single week.
Yep. She's been doing a great job, and then Agent Solus, I think, has definitely done quite a bit of both, but is probably a little more keen on this punch mode. Kovo, I don't know. That's a new name to me, unless you recognize Kovo.
I do not recognize Kovo. I wonder, is Kovo DAC affiliated? If so, then say it in chat. Which DAC does Kovo belong to? Agent Solace is part of Vanguard, which is our human mud race. Grana is Aphia. I believe they are Oni, although Aphia are like the shipbuilders.
Oh, Aphia, they're kind of cross faction, as a matter of fact. But I think, you'd have to ask. That's true. They have Oni, and I think they have a pretty big Ooster presence too.
Gotcha. And okay, so which kind of makes sense if they're the shipbuilders. They want to build all sorts of ships.
Yep.
All kinds of ships everywhere. Our match has now started. Solace, I think Daenerys is Chimera.
Yes, that seems right.
Yeah, so Chimera is a rarely well-known. A lot of killers are in Chimera, like Hackmer. There's our Ooster. See that big old muscular linebacker-looking thing?
There we go.
That is actually an android. So think Data from Star Trek, but much bigger and meaner. Can punch very hard. So King Buddha chose the Ooster route. Now, normally Ooster have more health. They're slower, but they last longer. See, look how fast. I was trying to do like a little dance move there. See, punching looks like a generic model, but we'll call him
Yep, for that.
Gold Ooster. There's Red Helmet again.
Oh, yep.
Who's Red Helmet? Daenerys is like the... Oh, Daenerys got laid flat by Ooster. Daenerys looks like translucent LED Oni. All right, so there's our... I don't even know what that one is. That's Daenerys. Here is Solace. There we go. Our mud representative.
Yes.
Our human. The red mud is what he is right now. Red mud fighting Oni.
Just looking for somebody to punch.
Come on. Oh, he's getting punched in. And here comes Ooster.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, man. Buddha knew exactly where to hit on that one.
Yeah.
Right,
I'm wondering if there's a tactic there with the Ooster. Like you said, if the shields help a little bit, or if there's any thought that maybe there's a heavier hit or a punch. But also, I got to think a little bit bigger target. So yeah, I'm not sure if there's any strategy behind the character choice or not. But
you're right. I'm not sure if they do hit harder. I just know they have more shields.
Right.
Which is one of the reasons why people play them in gun mode.
Yeah, makes sense. But like I said,
you're also
helmet. Also a bigger target for sure.
Yeah. So Kovo went red helmet and got here at the end of a bloodbath, looks like.
Yep.
King Buddha, first place with 4 kills. Daenerys tied second with 3. Agent Solace is on 3. So is Kovo. So this is a pretty tight race right now. Only 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Grana pulling up the rear with 1 kill. So red helmet is they're dancing. They're all circulating, orbiting each other.
Oh yeah, everybody's on that kind of in between platform. Oh, on their way up.
Dropping like flies.
It's a chase.
All right, red helmet, come on, beat the Oni, beat them down. You see how they're using boosters to kind of reposition as best they can. There's the super boost, trying to get a quick kill in. Oh, we got the third player running in now. And looks like Kovo wants to try and back out of that.
Yep.
2 minutes left.
All right.
2 Oni trying to beat each other down. And looks like Daenerys wins it. So Daenerys is second place with 5 kills.
Yep.
Doing a really good job of positioning. Sorry, see. Oh, there we go. So you know what? It must be a bigger hitbox.
I wonder. Yeah, I wonder. Yep. There's, because
which makes sense. Knows. If you're going to have more shields and you bigger, then you know what? The smaller people are going to be able to hit you better. Which I'm surprised there's no, who's the little rats?
Oh, yeah. There's, those have been interesting.
Punab.
Yeah, the Punabs. Yep, the Punabs. Yeah, because they've been really difficult to hit and shoot her. And that's been a
That's
topic.
right. I hate those little rats so much. The first time I saw him, I thought it was like, I don't know what I thought. I was like, is he real? This is real in the real game? But the way you kill them, by the way, is you throw a grenade. They can't run fast enough to avoid it.
Get out of the blast
they get
radius?
hit AoE, and you walk up and you punch them and they die. That's how I deal with them now.
You're right. There's always a weakness, right?
50 seconds left. Daenerys now topping the leaderboard with 10 kills. Good job, Daenerys.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
King Buddha, second place with 8 kills. Kovo with 4. So come on, Kovo. Get up there. Get up to Buddha. That way you can claim that second spot. You only have 30 seconds left to get those 4 kills.
Yep.
Daenerys is just straight. You know what? That Ooster. That Ooster is just not.
Yep. I think the speed might be an issue, right? With this
Buddha.
One.
Buddha. So he's second place. Yep. So I guess there's some sort of combination there of size and strength.
Yeah.
But look how slow they're running. You got to boost just to get in the fight.
You do.
Punch, and he's down. Kovo. All right, Kovo. 5 seconds. 2 more kills, and you can take that second spot.
Oh, here we go. 2, 1.
1, and
that's it.
That was a good match, though.
Yeah, it was.
A lot of punching, hence why we call it Punch King. We could also call it Punch Queen, but Punch King just rolled off the tongue a little better. Daenerys is the Punch Queen for match 3. 15 kills, 5 deaths.
Solid.
Only 5 deaths.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that's solid for 15 kills.
That's pretty good, Daenerys.
Yeah.
Nice job. And King Buddha came in second place with 8 kills. Right after that was Kovo with 6. That was really close. Well played. Solace, Kovo, Grana.
Yep.
But Daenerys and Buddha will be going to the championship match.
Yeah, just based on the numbers, that felt like it was a little more I don't know if I would say strategic, but people were maybe a tick more cautious than I think the first couple of rounds, where it was just you had high numbers on both, right? High deaths, high kills, and just swinging for the fences.
I think you're right. When that first match came around, is shots on goal really is what makes a difference there.
Yep. It seemed to be
You
right.
don't
The
kill
quicker
what you
can
don't
get back in the
punch.
game, that's true.
So you think for that third match there, they were a little bit more reserved?
I mean, it seemed like they were still moving around quite a bit, and there was still a lot of action. But yeah, I wonder if maybe there was just a little bit more caution as to kind of jumping into the mix. That's the only way I'm kind of just trying to figure out, the difference in numbers, right? Because all of the, I'd say, deaths were lower in that match 3 than they were in the first 2, but yet the kills were close.
Kills were very close. So now that we're 3 matches done, we're going to start our final match. But first, we're going to roll ads because we've got to pay the bills. And we are funded and sponsored by some really cool players in the Web3 space, not just the DAO itself in Star Atlas, but also things like decrypted tax, where if you have, if you're unsure how to pay your taxes, especially when you're in the U.S. jurisdiction, it changes all the time. Sponsors like Decrypted Tax, who have been sponsors for us since the beginning, and we're gonna go ahead and roll those now. We'll see you on the other side.
My captain's chair.
With Star Atlas DAO, you have the power.
I just voted on fleet composition. I feel so democratic.
I help decide resource allocation. My Polis tokens actually matter.
But wait, there's more! State your polis now and receive voting rights on major decisions. A voice in the galactic economy. The warm, fuzzy feeling of decentralization. Bragging rights at space cantinas.
What'll it be? I'll take a Cosmic Cosmo. And did I mention I'm part of the Star Atlas DAO governance?
Don't just take our word for it. Here's what DAO members are saying.
I've invested in 17 different galaxies, and I can honestly say this is the most engaging governance system I've encountered.
I went from space dictator to space democrat, and my crew actually likes me now.
Stake your polis, join the discussions, vote on proposals, be the change you want to see. The future of Star Atlas is in your hands. Will you be a passive observer or an active participant in the greatest democratic experiment in gaming history, the metaverse, where every voice matters, every vote counts, and every polis token is a step toward true decentralization. Plus, it's way more fun than being a space dictator.
Trust me, I'm a council member.
Star Atlas DAO Democracy in Space. Side effects may include increased civic engagement, compulsive proposal reading, and overwhelming desire to discuss governance at social gatherings. Consult your local space lawyer before staking. Past galactic performance does not guarantee future universal domination.
How the heck did you authorize this?
Iris Bounty, of course.
That Ooster is a tank, Inge said in chat. Yeah, if you also can monitor chat. All right, here we go. We're back.
All right.
we're ready. We were talking shop. We never turn off, the whole planning, iterating, improving.
Behind the scenes, right?
It's all the time, every time.
It really is.
Want to do a shout out to our graphics. So if you didn't notice, in like the top left, you'll see Punch King. So graphics look dope.
There we go.
And we're now on to the fourth and final championship match.
Punch King playoff, baby.
Punch King playoff. I like that. That just kind of rolls off the tongue. Crash, Dakota, Hackmer, Critical, Nettys, King Buddha. They're all vying for the top 3 spots. And remind us again, Nord, what is the prize pool?
No problem. Yeah, we're doing just cash prizes this week. I think even though it's kind of a fun match, I think it's still good to get some rewards out there for everybody who jumps in and plays and helps us out. So $75 for first place, 50 for second, and 25 for third. And I think it's going to be a good one because we were just talking about it, right? Between, I think, Crash and Daenerys and Hackmer, they were all easily double-digit kills in each of their matches. So it'll be interesting.
Easily.
Yeah. And not to take away from the others, like King Buddha was still up there, Dakota, Critical Mind. Yeah, so this will be fun. And they've had a little bit of, they've kind of knocked the dust off, right, with the first one, and a little familiar and in the mode. So
that's right. So same rules as normal. Will be at Gateway. It'll be a 5-minute match. Whoever punches the most, and if there is a tie, as in same amount of kills, it goes to whoever has the least number of deaths.
Yep, seems to be the fairest way to for any ties, right?
Yep. So we're gonna start now, get it going, and so what you just saw, the B-roll, the ads, one of the last videos that we saw was the Super Phoenix trailer, something that's been around for quite a while. For some of you who might not know, this is a Super Phoenix Sports. We are powered by Super Phoenix DAO. What is the Super Phoenix? It is a big old ship inside the game. Hasn't quite yet made it in the game, but it is what's called a Titan. And there are only a few Titans. Super Phoenix is a humongous Titan ship. It's mostly like a colony ship? Would you describe it, Nord?
Yeah, effectively. I remember when I was explaining to people, a couple years back early on, size-wise, to give folks if it were real and if it were to land, it would effectively take up all of Central Park in New York City. Just to give you a real...
That's pretty big.
Real scale, yeah.
Yeah. So now that when it does get into the match, the Super Phoenix DAO is meant to be a community run with voting power to help vote on where the Super Phoenix goes in the game. That's the way I originally knew it as.
Yep, absolutely. Super Phoenix DAO was always meant to be kind of the entertainment component, within Star Atlas as its own kind of micro community. So versus the other guilds or DACs that kind of play, for real kind of cutthroat gameplay or against each other or doing their things, Super Phoenix DAO was always meant to be kind of the place where cross factions or cross guilds could get together, right? So being the entertainment hub, which is part of the reason we're doing sports like we are now.
Yeah, like right now we're doing Punch King, which just started. 5-minute countdown. Critical, Crash, Daenerys, Dakota, all tied for first place.
Here we go.
While y'all are seeing this Super Phoenix Sports is the entertainment arm of Super Phoenix DAO. So think of when we get to part where the ship is, think of that thing's big enough to hold like the Daytona 500 Raceway. Inside it, you will find things like Paizo's Arena, Gateway, where these Punch King events are happening. All of our weekly tournaments that we do. So this is part of the grander vision of what the Super Phoenix Sports is supposed to be, right? In alignment with Super Phoenix DAO and the Super Phoenix ship. So back to the game. 4 minutes left. Dakota has pulled ahead with 5 kills. Critical Mind, Daenerys Crash, all tied for second with 2 kills. We got to figure out, what is Dakota's secret here?
Just came out swinging.
How is Dakota pulling ahead? With these straight up killers, Hackmer is in last place. How does that even happen?
That's a good question. Man.
No longer. Hackmer is in, well, no, they're all in last place and second place at the same time. That is quite something.
There's a lot of 2s and 3s. So again, I think I wonder if there's just a little bit more avoidance here than we saw in maybe the first 2 matches as a deliberate tactic.
I would have thought that they would just be in each other's faces because they are the champs.
Exactly. I thought so too. But instead,
best defense is a good offense.
Yeah. I'm feeling a lot of Mayweather tactics here instead of Tyson tactics. For anybody who's familiar.
And that second place is just enormous. The whole team is on second place, except for Dakota, who's in first by a healthy margin.
Literally came out swinging. And got
there we go. Lead. Dakota breaks the mold for second place with 4 kills. Come on, Daenerys, get up there. Reach Dakota. Dakota is leading with a 4-kill lead. There's Buddha.
Yep.
What is that? Is that a female Ooster? What am I looking at?
Oh, yeah. That's it's an Oni. It's a different, it's not the Maurice, but maybe it is Maurice. I forget. Yep.
Okay, so I guess the skin that we saw last game wasn't really Ooster. It was a skin that can...
Yeah, no, the gold is just, placeholder skins, I think, for certain characters, right? That haven't been fully built out.
Placeholder skins.
Yep,
right.
Yep.
Because it's meant to be like thousands of identities and stuff.
Right.
Exactly. Okay.
Exactly.
Right. Yep. 2 minutes left. We're already 2 minutes left in the championship match. Dakota, 4-kill lead still.
Wow,
Dakota, what is your secret? We need to figure this out.
Because, this is the kind of thing where you can take a lead and then go duck out, right? You got to maintain the lead, which means you got to still be getting those punches in.
Dang, Daenerys just dropped Hackmer like a... I don't know. Insert quip there.
Sack
Crash, Dakota. Okay, so Critical and Daenerys closing the lead now. 3 kills away from tying for first.
All right. Everyone's starting to settle out a little bit or break out into their...
A little bit, but they only have a minute and a half left. Not a lot of time. Critical just got 3 kills in a row, right next to Dakota with 1 kill separating them. And there, Buddha got the kill on Dakota.
Grabbed the shield and took a hit, but that's all right.
That is how that goes sometimes. There's Critical. Second place. Don't you
look at this. The middle is hot. Like a hammer.
Drop it. Drop the hammer on a Critical. Come on.
Look at
Dakota's with 12 kills, 13 kills. What is going
bodies
on?
everywhere. Okay, I think we've just officially turned it up.
It's a massacre.
It is a massacre.
40 seconds. Look at them. Everyone's trying oh, no grenades. Don't you throw that grenade, whoever that was. I'm sure that was probably a misclick. That must have been a misclick. Because you're WSADing all day long. 20 seconds left. Daenerys trying to get in the middle. Who is now second? Oh my gosh. She was second place. Now she's second to last.
Yep.
This is there's Hackmer still in last place. Hackmer. This one just
Wow.
isn't Hackmer's game,
Nope,
which is few and far between. 8 seconds left.
Rare.
There's
Yeah.
Dakota.
Dakota's
I don't know
still
if he'll
holding
have
on.
enough time to get a kill. Everyone was just kind of flying around there at the end, trying to find each other. That was chaotic.
It was. Like I said, it felt like it started out a little bit strategic. Dakota took a huge lead out of the gate, and then it kind of everyone was trying to find their best way in for a bit, and then it just got hot.
Yeah. So look at the death count. Is Hackmer had 11 deaths, Dakota had 10 deaths, but Dakota was just able to land those punches a little bit better.
Yeah, I think so.
It's
You're
so
right.
interesting.
Yeah,
The death,
so much higher death count here than round 3, right? Like we were
Yeah.
talking about.
except for critical again.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Figuring out how to avoid death. You're like a ninja, critical. I don't know what your
That's
secret is, but I should have been
Yep.
looking at you more often.
Yeah, and you kind of look at the ratio, right? 9 kills, 5 deaths, whereas Crash, even though he took second place, had 10 kills and 11 deaths. So that's just getting back in the action as quick as possible.
Shots on goal, man.
Yep.
Shots on goal. So that right there will finish it out. So congratulations.
That'll do it.
To Dakota.
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
Dakota,
All right, you know
Crash,
what?
and Critical
You know what?
Mind. Yep.
We're gonna sit in this moment for just a little bit. I'm gonna go in and punch somebody to death. So here, let me show you what it's like. So that's super boosting. You're trying to get in as fast as you can.
All right. I think we're showing
I'm looking.
I think we're showing the board right now. Let's see.
Are we showing the board?
Yep.
Come on, show this sick kill. Punch you to death. There we go. Dead. That was Hackmer. I killed Hackmer.
There
See,
you
one
go.
of the few times I get to kill somebody.
In the after game, right?
See, that's what I mean. If y'all can see
Yep.
what I'm doing. All right. So I got the
There we go.
drop on who was it? I think Crash. But then I let Buddha get around outside of me, and he was able to punch me to death.
Yep.
So you got to get in the middle pretty fast, and then punch.
You boost in, right? Throw some punches, and then kind of see what's going on. There we go.
So you have to keep looking around for someone to pop up on your radar. Come here.
Yep.
And I got to keep them. I got to keep them in front of me.
There you go.
Just got to keep them in front of me like this. As long as I do that, I should get a kill, but I didn't. I died instead. So there we go. Let's go back to the leaderboard. Y'all get a sense of it now from the first person vantage point.
Yep.
What that looks like. But yes, well done to the players. Dakota,
Absolutely.
Crash, Critical, won in first place.
Yep. Good game, y'all.
Good game.
Good. There we go. So
All
yeah,
done.
Dakota.
So there, you'll get
nice
your
work.
rewards probably within the next week. Nor,
Yep.
how long does that normally?
Oh
take
no,
them
we'll
on
be
that?
able to. Yeah, not a problem. Always, certainly before the next week's match, but in this case, we should be able to get rewards out here pretty quick. Seeing that it's mostly familiar names on the list makes it a lot easier and a lot quicker.
Yeah, wallets are known.
Yep, exactly right.
Yeah.
That's really what it boils down to: is tracking folks down, getting their wallet info, and getting prizes out. But yeah, we've already dealt with Dakota and Crash for sure. I'll have to follow up with Critical Mind, but we'll get that done.
Right on. So we could not be doing this without our sponsors. There are multiple professional grade level Web3 organizations that we partner with. You can see the kind of the scrolling thing over here. The Big Yellow Fish, Dream Test Labs, StackUp, Decrypted Tax, Star Atlas DAO, and we're lucky to have them partnering with us on this. Decrypted Tax will advise its clients around the world to keep, while keeping a small town perspective, operating with the utmost honesty and integrity to do Web3 taxes. Led by Ernest, who's a well-known Web3 figure, and ApeCoin DAO, ApeCoin community, and has a number of different Web3 businesses that he runs as well. Check him out, especially if you have tax needs, which if you're doing crypto, please pay attention to your taxes. Don't let that be the reason why you get in trouble with whatever country you live in. Just please do yourself a favor. The world has caught on to what crypto is, all of the successes that have happened. So don't be one of those statistics of didn't pay your taxes and now you're in trouble with your tax authorities. A little bit of a serious moment there for a second, but as reminded, but one of the reasons why we have a sponsor for taxes is to make sure that that is something, customer education, being good partners in the Web3 community. Also, we have Big Yellow Fishes for their critical role in a lot of our testing, some of our graphics design, and Dream Test Lab for their ongoing dedication to our community growth. Some of our most active team members in Super Phoenix Sports came from Dream Test Labs. So please, if you have a project that could use a lot of optimization and testing, they are great testers. They will find all the bugs and also point out some things that can upgrade your project to the next level. And can't forget Afia, our shipbuilders. So one of our community partners is a DAC, Afia. Is that the full name? Just Afia?
It
Afia
is.
Industries.
Yep. Yeah,
That's
Afia
right.
Industries. You're right.
And Afia
You're right.
Industries, led by the illustrious Funcracker, who was a previous Star Atlas DAO council member. And Afia Industries are our shipbuilders. They seem species agnostic, so Ooster, Mud, Oni. But when the game fully builds out to a full, Star Citizen, Elite Dangerous, and then web browser variant, when all that comes coming together as a full stack game, Afia will be the shipbuilders. They'll be building some of the biggest, baddest ships on the block. So thank you, Afia, for your trust and your sponsorship of Super Phoenix Sports. And last but not least, could not leave without saying, giving kudos and props to the Star Atlas DAO. The DAO is one of the main, call it VC, venture capital firms. It is a organization that is stood up in the Grand Cayman Islands as a foundation company. I've covered that quite a bit on my podcast before, what that is and how that's beneficial to a DAO community. And they have sponsored us on a number of occasions, sponsoring prize pools, prize packets. Also, we have a PIP, a Pulse Improvement Proposal, that will be going out to vote here shortly. You can probably expect to see it in the next few weeks. It will be requesting funds for the Triad tournament. So our team is fully funded, and we're looking for help and assistance there because we have a full staff that brings all these things to you. What you see here, even the graphics in the background, the scrolling marquee, the chat moderation, the Punch King, those dope looking graphics, even the way things switch. Stream producers do me a quick switch from one scene to another just so they know you're there. They're watching the stream, making sure that what you see is the best that can be viewed. You want to watch it and continue coming back for more. Myself and Nord, we currently aren't really exactly pulling a paycheck, because when you're like the founders and the leadership, you're one of the last to receive it. So we have been looking hard at investors, anything we can to keep Super Phoenix Sports going. It's not easy to do, and we are constantly on the lookout for new sponsors and how can we grow bigger and better, whether that be adding new games or adding different see I'm switching back and forth right now to the mirror board. That's our stream producers monitoring and making sure that is that changes perspectives as it needs to. So this is kind of like a long outro, but I didn't want to leave without giving props and kudos to all of our sponsors, also to the Super Phoenix team. If you don't know who they are, check out our X Spaces on Friday, where we have new teammates pop up and talk about how they came into the community, how they came under the team, what role they do. We had our refs and our casters already, and since then I'm sure we've had a few more. And then also you could look back at our Clash of Titans Star Shooter last month, where we had kind of like an impromptu team meeting at the end on stream.
We did, which turned out great. I think that was a lot of fun. We brought everybody in and kind of shared the love a little bit there. It was good.
We sure did. I love giving props and kudos, especially to those who are behind the scenes, where if it weren't for them, the 20 folks in the background, our match managers, our ref, our chat moderators, our support team, our stream team, we have so many people making this a success. Without them, it would not look the way it does. It would not run the way it does. the matches where they're ready to go. Our match managers, Inye and Brujo, and our event lead, Crimson. There's so many people who are stream producers, Bohemian, Oxmad, and our tech stack lead, Jake, Oddfrog. They are the reason why these things work the way they do. Our social media posters and our support team making sure that the chat is healthy, run by Anime. There's just so many people who make this a success day to day, week to week, so that when you see this right here, Nord and I could just show up on a Discord and just start talking. No peta, Barengo can just show up and start talking. All we gotta do is turn our video on, and it's all taken care of.
And let it roll. Yep. It's good. It's good.
So, thank you to the team. And Skull Crusher, can't forget Skull Crusher. One of the reasons why the matches are the way they are, starting on time. And as one of our server operators, right there alongside Brotherly and Clipper. We just have a full team, and I sing their praises all the time because of what it is that we're accomplishing. We regularly hit the top 10, top 1% of Twitch, YouTube, Kick, and X whenever we go live, because of viewers who are tuning in, and because of the team who put together such a great product. So I'm going to stop now because I'm going to just keep going on and on and on. But,
I know now that you've received your Oscar for the night and you've been able to thank everybody in the team, it's pretty.
That's right.
But well worth it, well deserved. Absolutely, the team's great, and we've pulled it together here over the last few months, and a lot of iterations and a lot of work. And so I'm really proud of what we're putting out here on these weekly streams. So it's been a lot of fun. It was fun to jump in and help cast today too. Definitely a first for me, but I love to see. Exactly how all this stuff.
Great.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it. But good stuff, good times, and teams did a phenomenal job, and they make it easy to just jump out here and call the game, right?
That's right. And thank you to our participants: Crash, Celavi Rome, Z, Dakota, Draco, Terran, Hackmer, Critical Mind, Jimmy M, Ancient Solace, Daenerys, Kovo, Grana, King Buddha, and our top 3 finishers for Punch King champions is Dakota, Crash, and Critical. Be on the lookout in your wallets for the prize pool drop.
And I would say, just jump on that too. We kind of sing the team's praises, which is amazing, and they've done a phenomenal job. But the players as well. Obviously, we need players, right? Showing up, working with us, working through the kinks and the glitches, which is great. So appreciate appreciate the players' patience for sure. And as we continue to try and improve things and kind of move forward, that's definitely one of the things on the list. Is I'd really like to start pulling in some of these players so that we can do some kind of offline interviews, so we can sort of kind of build them up, or kind of work on the backstories for some of the folks now that we've been getting really familiar with the names that we see week in and week out. So I'd love to give some attention and some props to the players that not only, like I said, are here supporting us and jumping into play, but are also really good at what they do. Right? It's clear that we've got some names in here that are in the top 5, top 10 all the time, and I think it'd be a lot of fun to start showcasing some of that.
That's right. We're looking at some of the things that we want to expand to is interviews. We tried doing that at the very, very beginning, and it just didn't fit within the sequence of events that we needed. Also, hosting international interviews is really, really hard.
True.
I had to do that a few times on my podcast, and I had to hire an interpreter in order to have that conversation, especially when we don't speak the same language. And that's okay. That's what happens when you have international team, international events. So we have to work through those kinks, because you have to think of those things when we're actually putting it out there. Otherwise it just doesn't sound good. It doesn't look good. So we're trying to make sure we do it right. But we're looking at expanding to having interviews sometime during or after the event. And when we're looking forward to having that for the first time.
Mm-hmm. Should be a lot of fun.
Is there anything that you'd like to end us with?
But no, I think we've covered a lot. I would just say, keep on the lookout for these every Sunday, this time slot. And then at the end of May is going to be the big triad. So that'll be the tournament to look for. We'll be doing plenty of advertising ahead of time, but That should be a lot of fun. That should be a big match. And what do you think the time on that's going to be? Gosh, 3 hours plus for that event. That's going to be an all-day deal, won't it?
It's going to be an all-day thing. I wouldn't be surprised if it lasted, 4 hours. There'll be 3 Clash of Titans style events that will just take up a lot of time. Hence, one of the reasons why we have it as a PIP and the Pulse Improvement Proposal in the Star Atlas DAO. So that'll be likely the last week of May. If things don't go according to plan, if it just makes sense to postpone it, we will. But that's all included in the PIP when it gets voted on. And we just want to make sure that it's a professional product that everyone can be proud of watching and participating in and be on the team for. So
absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you all for your time. And Lands are out.
All right. Thank you, sir.
See y'all.
How the heck did you authorize this?
Iris Bounty, of course.
In a galaxy far, far away. Well, actually, it's right here in the metaverse.
Wait, where's my crew? Why am I making all the decisions alone?
Meet Captain Jenkins. He used to think running the Galactic Empire solo was cool. He was wrong.
This is exhausting!
But there's a better way. Introducing the Star Atlas DAO, where democracy meets the final frontier.
I propose we increase mining rewards.
I second this motion.
All in favor of not letting Jenkins make decisions alone anymore?
Now I can focus on what I do best, looking cool in my captain's chair.
With Star Atlas DAO, you have the power.
I just voted on fleet composition. I feel so democratic.
I help decide resource allocation. My polis tokens actually matter.
But wait, there's more! State your polis now and receive voting rights on major decisions. A voice in the galactic economy. The warm, fuzzy feeling of decentralization. Bragging rights at space cantinas.
What'll it be? I'll take a Cosmic Cosmo. And did I mention I'm part of the Star Atlas DAO governance?
Don't just take our word for it. Here's what DAO members are saying.
I've invested in 17 different galaxies, and I can honestly say this is the most engaging governance system I've encountered.
I went from space dictator to space democrat, and my crew actually likes me now.
Stake your polis, join the discussions, vote on proposals, be the change you want to see. The future of Star Atlas is in your hands. Will you be a passive observer or an active participant in the greatest democratic experiment in gaming history, the metaverse, where every voice matters, every vote counts, and every polis token is a step toward true decentralization. Plus, it's way more fun than being a space dictator.
Trust me, I'm a council member.
Star Atlas DAO Democracy in Space. Side effects may include increased civic engagement, compulsive proposal reading, and overwhelming desire to discuss governance at social gatherings. Consult your local space lawyer before staking. Past galactic performance does not guarantee future universal domination.